We're just going to go. Everyone's mad at me.
No, I'm not mad at you.
Nobody is mad at you. You seem so furious at me.
Oh, I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you for sure. These guys touching everything.
The Three Devils ride again. We're back as a trio, huh?
Meow.
This is something.
Sometimes I think Greg flirts with me.
Flirts.
Well, he's a
I do.
he's a lascivious man.
That's how I present myself.
That's
how I present my friendship.
Yeah.
As because you come in from behind. You know, you come in through the in more ways than three.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's an aggressive
I come in
flirt.
through the mouth. Flirt. I like to be. That's how you make people extra friends.
Yeah,
little
of
skin to
course.
skin. You touch them, and then they feel warm, and then they feel like maybe he likes me.
The idea that it's a crazy idea
Yeah.
that flirting is only with the sex you're attracted to. Because
Yep.
you
That's
behave
true.
the same way to people you're not attracted to sexually, and people just say, "Well, that guy's charming. That guy knows how to. He's personable."
Sure.
But it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no. You just flirt with everyone. Flirt with everyone, and
Right?
people are gonna like you. Yeah,
Yeah, my uncle used to wink at me.
yeah,
You know, he
Yeah.
probably winked at a lot of hookers too.
yeah.
But he
Right.
made me feel special.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like give a little wink.
There's nothing wrong with flirting with everyone. I just said to the door guy this week, I said, "Did you get a haircut? Your hair looks phenomenal." And it's like, why not? Why
Yeah.
not make people feel good?
Yeah. I just say, you know, like, are we all 10s? Because I got a bunch of 10s around me right now.
What is this, a 10 conference?
I'm not acknowledging Anthony's stupid wink. I'm not acknowledging it because I know he knows how to wink.
I don't.
Give these to Dan.
Welcome to the Rad
you
Dudecast.
wink?
I can. I'm not great at it. Look,
Give it a
see,
go.
so watch me.
That's pretty good.
But I don't. I have to move too much of my face.
Yeah,
The guys that can
same.
really wink,
Greg
it's
is a
just
winker.
their eye. Yeah.
Look at that. Man.
Uh,
Put that
I
guy
can
in a
wink and whistle.
competition.
For those of you just listening to the audio, Greg is winking while he whistles. The looks of a lunatic, and I've seen many a lunatic just winking back and forth as he whistles. Now this is the first full 3-man Rad Dudecast of 2020.
You're right to not call Dan a man.
Jesus. This is I as someone who works for the Southern Poverty Law Center, this is outrageous. My client,
He's half a man.
half a man. I will be taking you to court tomorrow.
You can't take me to race court.
Plus, it takes
The hell I can't.
It takes time. You're not going to get in there tomorrow. They got that guy's in court, race court every day.
Every morning
they
they
got
show
a
up.
backlog on him, and it's mostly just his wife suing him.
Yeah, she's got a lot of attestments brought upon me. Brendan, you were saying something. I don't remember what it was.
How about this? 2020. Listen to this about 2020.
What?
We're past when Blade Runner happened.
No.
We've officially passed Blade Runner.
Yeah.
And it's nothing like the world they predicted.
No.
No, not at all. It's all transgender and, gender reveal parties.
The-
Did I tell you the new trick real quick?
Just those two things.
We're going to take a quick aside. I wanted to teach everyone my new challenge, right?
Yeah.
This is what you do. You look up this girl. There's this girl, Domino something, transgender porno girl. But she's very pretty. Put your hand over her bottom so you won't see the dick. Just the top, right?
Yeah.
Masturbate to that. You start masturbating to that.
Okay.
Then reveal the penis. You're already in too deep. Now it's like turning the water on slightly warmer, right? Now you're masturbating to a beautiful woman with a good penis. Then you put your hand over the top, right? Then you just start masturbating to the penis, and then swap it out with a guy. Now you're gay. Woo! Now you're gay, baby. That's all you had to do.
This whole time. It was right there in front of you this whole time.
Yeah.
Follow the Rad Dudecast 6 quick steps to becoming gay overnight.
Yeah. I was working at a hospital. I never thought I could be gay. You could all be gay with my 4-step plan.
Yeah, Vinny Boo Boo. I'm a plumber from Bay Ridge. I've been fucking my wife for years, loving it. But with the help of the Rad Dudecast, in 4 straight hours, I became very gay. What were you saying about Blade Runner?
I just think it's crazy. We're past Blade Runner.
Yeah, we
There's
are.
no Tyrell Corporation. There's no.
Yeah, that's yes, okay. I'm glad we're talking about this.
Yeah. That's it? That's your
Why
segue?
not? I'm
That's
glad,
it?
yeah, I'm
I'm
glad-
just happy that we're talking about it.
We're talking
and I'm
about
happy
it.
that we're done talking about it.
I had a
No.
I had a Wendy's problem.
Wait, don't. I got to
Yeah.
get back into Blade Runner
man,
real
We're
quick.
going to talk about
Okay.
Blade Runner most
one,
of the time.
one more stop on the Blade Runner train, and then
4 more.
we just get back into this Wendy's situation.
Wait.
The world. It's a nonstop action plug. We got to hear this Wendy story.
Okay.
Yeah, this thing has got to go off, man. But first, we got to talk about Blade Runner.
But
Yes.
first, we got to say this about Blade Runner. I got to come clean, and I think I've come clean about this again. When I was a young boy, I said this. They said, do a book report. And I said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a book report on the Blade Runner book. I don't just watch the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Smart.
So then I looked at the cover of the thing. I did Blade Runner book report based on what the cover looked like. Never watched the movie. Told everyone in school I'd read Blade Runner. And people used to go, man, Greg liked Blade Runner before everyone. And I was like, yeah, I'm the Blade Runner guy. I was the Blade Runner guy.
Right.
I never read or even saw Blade Runner.
And the book not even called Blade Runner. I believe the book is called Do Androids
Androids
Dream of Electric Sheep or some shit like
Now,
Yeah.
that.
No,
the-
that's exactly what it is.
the entranced smartsmen of the group would say that. But the truth is, they did a
They're also entranced.
they did a Blade Runner.
Hypnotized genius.
They did a Blade Runner book as well based on the movie.
Oh, I love
You ever
it.
see when they do those?
I love a book based on a movie.
Yeah.
I gave a girl a present once in like 9th grade that was the book based on the movie Big Fish.
Yeah.
It's not a romantic gift. But she loved the movie, so I was like, I'll get her the book. But
Yeah.
I didn't realize the book came second. It was just pictures of the movie.
So you're telling me that because they've made this famous book that Blade Runner is based on. Then they make Blade Runner, and then they write a book after that.
Yeah, because the book.
This is a whopper, man.
No. No. So the movie. The movie.
Haroon, can we look up if they made a Blade Runner book?
Haroon is too busy.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he's too
that's
busy
a-
being
that's a-
hurled insults his way by you.
I don't know.
That is a clear sign of because Greg loves Harumi looking up stuff. So that's a clear sign of possible uncertainty. Harumi is too busy.
They'll do a movie based on a book, right? And then the movie comes out, and they go, "This movie's nothing like that book. We got to do a new book that covers really the
Right.
movie stuff."
And then
Alright.
the nice thing about that, you got yourself a never-ending cycle. You got to
Then you
snake
gotta
eat
redo the
its own
movie.
tail, then you got to
we
redo the
gotta
movie.
do another movie based on this book.
Yeah.
This is great.
Blade Runner based on the movie based on the book.
I want to read the Harry Potters based on the movies.
That's a good one.
Okay, bring that back.
More about the lighting.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
could
yeah.
just read the script online.
I would count that as a book.
Yeah.
It's in pages. If it's in
Yeah.
pages, it's a book. Some of my favorite books are directions.
Yeah, phone book. I used to love the phone book.
Look at Rahumi has brought
Oh, it's
you.
there. Okay.
What is that? That's the one, and that's what I wrote my book on.
They basically re-released the book.
Oh, they re-released the book and
Oh,
changed the
but they
name.
had the
That's
parentheses.
still, yeah, that's still the
Yeah.
old book.
Oh.
Oh, I see. You were right. You were absolutely correct.
But
They just changed the name
Yeah.
of the book so to increase sales.
So you
Yeah,
read
let
the
me see the
same
cover of
book.
that. Let me see the cover of that again, because like my book report literally said something like Han Solo stands in a shower with some women. People didn't. My teacher loved me. She gave me an A on everything I did.
Rutger Hauer.
Now,
he was
I-
the bad guy.
Yeah.
Hate to be a stippler.
Stickler, I think a lot of people would
I'm a
call
stippler to the rules.
It. A stippler is
Stickler.
different. It's
stippler?
Stickler.
What's a stippler?
Is
A
someone
s-
who does tiny dots
yeah,
to create
yeah,
a larger image.
yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm creating tiny dots with
Ah.
my words and my emotions to bring back what I want to talk about from the beginning, which is the hot off the press Wendy story.
Yeah.
What's going on,
but
Wendy?
I had another Blade Runner thing.
You
Okay,
did?
go
Yeah,
ahead.
All
man.
right, well, let's get back to Blade Runner, but we're not.
Gonna forget.
We're not going to forget this Wendy.
The
thing.
Wendy's thing is the first thing on my mind. I can't wait. I'm so mad I have to get back to this Blade Runner thing so I could get to the Wendy's.
We're
furious.
all mad. We're all mad.
But you had mentioned the Tyrell Corporation.
Yeah,
you know?
big.
But we have Apple is the Tyrell Corporation.
Oh, that is true. They're listening
Really?
on their phones.
Yes.
They might have.
They're listening to everything except this podcast. Isn't that upsetting? Everybody wants to listen to things, but
Yeah.
no one wants to listen to our podcast.
Well, that's the problem with the NSA spying on this podcast. We'll never know the numbers.
We can
'Cause they can never come out and say how much they love it.
We got to get so much NSA that we can start getting ads based on the NSA.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. Do you need a new silencer to kill a potential terrorist that's actually just a guy trying to work a job in America? Well, then this is the company for you.
That's a sketch. Write that sketch. I'm gonna write that down for you on my docket here.
Okay, write
What
that
is
on
it?
your docket.
How do I explain that to the
NSA
the layman?
advertisements.
NSA. Yeah, this is big. This is going to be something. This is funny. NSA, you start doing ads to the.
Yeah.
Write that down.
All right.
Film it up. Before you move on, I have another comment on that real
Oh,
quick.
cool.
We start selling out. We would have Dudecast selling out all over the country, all NSA agents. That's it. That'd be fun. Yeah, it wasn't worth
And
a
then
laugh,
we'd
but-
know who they all were. You know what I mean? Like they'd come to the shows,
Mm-hmm.
and because these guys they keep themselves secret, but we'd take pictures, we'd be able to identify an NSA agent
yeah.
at any time.
Full crowd of guys in Hawaiian shirts and fake mustaches.
Yeah.
I'm sure we would know him right away.
Oh, man, if we could, man, that's why we need a huge, giant crowd. Because how much fun would that be? If we all Rad Dudecast, you would know them if they came to our shows in Hawaiian shirts and fake mustaches.
Yeah.
With potatoes in their hands.
Yeah, just
Well, I would. Oh, yes.
presenting IDs with clearly fake names. Like, yes, it's me, Gary Chicory.
Yeah. I would
Table for Jubbleman?
I would say that, and I know we've asked Rad Dudecast fans of many of things when they come to live shows.
Yeah.
But I think if you come to a live show, come dressed as us.
That's hard.
No,
I say
no.
come in the
Better.
Hawaiian shirt with fake
yes,
mustaches.
better. Hawaiian shirt,
'cause
fake
that's more
mustache,
And that'll
potato.
freak out everyone else in the
That's
crowd.
okay. So Hawaiian shirt, sunglasses, was it?
Yeah,
You
fake
just look like
mustaches.
you're undercover.
And a
Yeah.
potato. Look like
Yeah.
an undercover cop of sorts.
I would say, imagine you went to a comedy show high, and you start looking around, and everyone around you
Yeah.
is talking into their collar, and they have fake mustaches and sunglasses.
But remember, we still gotta perform.
We still have to perform.
The show's not about you.
It's not about you. Also, you're undercover. Stay undercover. You know what I mean? You're not going to draw a lot of attention yourself. No. This is why this is perfect. No one undercover is going to heckle. You know what I mean? Because you got to keep it low key. And I'll give you a
Yeah.
free download card.
And we know they have a gun on them.
Yeah.
Which is always a fun energy to have in
I
the
always
room.
say,
Do
if
you
you're coming to
guys-
our show, bring a gun.
Do you-
I always want to know if someone has a gun before I start. I just think it changes the energy in a great way.
Do you guys, when you get on a plane, do you try and spot the air marshal right away?
Yes.
That's my number one game, is walking down the aisle and go, oh, that fucking crew cut motherfucker is packing heat.
That's
right
the
now.
guy.
Look at him. He can't sleep. He wants to sleep. He's tired. He can't.
I always like to look at him right in the eyes,
Yeah.
grab my dick, and go, "Hey, don't worry, pal. You got a good guy with a gun right here." Grab my junk, and then I want to touch it.
Yeah. I whisper in their ear. I go, I'm not going to do anything on this flight, but I'm not on your side. And I just sit down, see what they do.
Yeah. I usually get on and I go, I'm the air marshal. And then I wink at other people. And I know, but I know you are.
Yeah. Hey, you know who else was with me, right? This guy over here. All right.
There's
Now,
two of us, though. We're like the Sith.
the craziest thing about air marshals, fun fact about air marshals,
Yeah.
they love Wendy's, which brings us to our next
I was
point.
just about to say, I've once been an air marshal named Wendy. Speaking of Wendy.
I don't think I'm ready. There was something else I had to say
About air
on
marshals?
our side. Oh, I always am like, it's fascinating to me, like the FBI, NSA, CIA, like they have these huge budgets, but they are limited to some degree, particularly the FBI. Like, do you know what happened to Donnie Brasco?
He's a gone. He's out.
Well, yeah, that. Yeah, he
didn't-
got out. He got safe. He's in witness protection. But so
He also lives down the block.
he took these guys to do like a drug buy in Florida on a yacht, right? And it was beautiful, and it was a FBI yacht, and then like a month later, they used the same yacht
Oh
to
my
bust
God.
these like Arab sheiks trying to bribe oil companies, and it was just on fucking in the news. And he had to like make up a story like they stole my yacht. They've stolen my yacht. I can't fucking believe this shit.
What do
But
you have
it's
there?
like-
There's no problem with the SS Hoover.
yeah, it's so funny that they've got all these fucking abilities and budget, but they're like, we can't get too
yachts.
we can't get too crazy yachts.
Throw
Like-
a layer of paint on it or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put a flame job on it. Put
Yeah.
a couple of stickers. You
Yeah.
know, rip the stickers off.
Yeah.
Like Johnny Dangerously.
Yeah. So I go So I'm in Cincinnati.
Is this the Wendy story?
Yeah.
Wait, let me prepare.
Okay, it's not that good. It was just
don't know.
it was just a fucking by the way, and now it's ramped up.
I know
into
which
the-
fun is that?
I was in Cincinnati. Great time. Rand Barnacle was featuring for me. I love that guy. If you
Barnacle
don't,
Bill.
If you don't listen to his podcast, Rumble Lips, it's really funny. That dude, he's great, man. Rand is great. Check out
I know.
Rumble
I'd
Lips.
love to shit on him, but I love him. I
He's
do love
great.
that guy.
He's fucking great.
I like Ran.
Yeah.
Good.
But
Good.
So we had this great New Year's.
We have to talk about that.
We had this great New Year's week in fucking at Go Bananas in Cincinnati. 8 shows. After the 8th show, I'm hungry. I go to the Wendy's drive-through. Right. I've got
Here we go.
They obviously pay me. They obviously pay me in a check.
I thought you were going to say cheeseburgers.
They pay me in a check.
Obviously.
But in my wallet, I've got all my money from merch sales.
Oh.
Now it's not crazy because it's mostly ones and fives.
$50 to $1,000.
It's mostly ones and fives, right? But the guy, I take out my wallet and kind of hold it down under the door. Like I don't really know how he saw, but so I go to pay for my Wendy's, and he just goes, "Damn, motherfucker, what you do?" And and then he starts calling over the other guys in Wendy's and goes, "Show him how much money you have."
No.
And I go, "Fuck, I'm gonna get fucking robbed."
This is a hit.
This is a rob. Like you
Yeah.
can't. You're showing 7 Wendy's employees just my wallet full of cash. Like it was fucked up. I was like, "Stop."
Did
stop.
you say, it's all honeys, baby?
No,
it's all hundos.
I go, it's mostly ones. I was like, don't worry about it. It's mostly ones. You go, that's still a lot of money. That's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
And he's calling people over like fucking. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, stop doing this. I don't want.
There's a Wendy's drive-through guy. He hasn't seen that much money. He's
No,
poor as it
I
can
know,
be.
but you don't-
And he's a savage.
But you don't point it out. Because then I'm like, well, now I
course.
got to fucking watch who's following me. I'm going to get fucking robbed for
Don't
my
act
merch
like you
money.
aren't watching who's following you at all times.
Every single
Anyway,
second of the day.
Don't act like you don't have your eye on the mirror, seeing the
man.
headlights for the same
Now
amount
you
of time.
just got a real reason.
Yeah.
Or, you know?
Now
Yeah,
I
that is
actually
crazy.
might be being followed. The rest of the time, I just assume there's a Camry
Rental
on my
trickery.
tail. 'Cause it's the most common car in America.
Which brings me to my news segment called "Brendan, Can I Borrow Some Money?"
Yes.
Brendan, can I borrow some money?
How much would you like?
I get $100.
Were you going to write down, Brendan, can I borrow some money?
Yeah, so I know that I said it. Brendan, can I borrow about $30.50?
30, 50? You talking 30, 50?
How-
$35.
That's what you call 30 and a half.
30 and a half of a 10.
Okay.
You don't do
well,
it like that?
Somehow I followed it. I'll be honest. Somehow I didn't even question it and got it. How many employees did they bring over?
a total of 6.
6.
6 employees
6.
to look at my
What
stack
time was
of money.
this? They're running full shift Wendy's at
It
late
was
night?
11. It was 11.
Whoa, and they got 6 employees? That's a good Wendy's.
I mean,
you the
I don't
only
even
person
think
in
some
there?
of them. I wasn't in there. I was in my
no,
car.
no,
I don't even think some of them work there.
I know what happened here. I see I am the calm in the eye of Soren. I see everything, my friend. This is what happened here. Now, you've been in this situation before where you go, hey, Anthony, take a look at this cell phone charger over here.
What's up with the cell phone charger?
It's not a cell phone charger. It's a fat ass. That Wendy's employee
Oh, yeah,
was
Greg
bringing
said.
all the 6 employees to see the hot new guy at the drive-thru.
I hope so.
That's exactly what was happening.
Well, I hope
How
so.
erect were they?
Because they were, I'd say varying degrees. Amongst the 6 of them, it was between a 40% fluff job to a full 100%
Don't
rocker.
get hard. You don't get hard for money, not unless you're Scrooge McDuck. These people get hard for you. Yes, Anthony.
Do you know when this is gonna seem off topic?
Yeah.
You know, like Sherlock Holmes or like Jason Bourne, when they'll notice everything in the room and they kind of say
Yes,
everything.
they see the Matrix.
They think they do that with like erections.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Because that like somehow would fit into their strategy of fighting the person, like fully erect. Like that guy's fine. He's
His
too
blood-
horny to be a problem.
Not enough blood in his brain. Do a math problem that'll confuse him.
Yeah.
Springboard is Pinot.
I feel like that's like a funny SNL sketch. You know what I mean? Where they keep going back to it and then they're like, sure.
They should do a rated R SNL. I don't know why they don't.
Right, they should do a rated TVMA where it's full on nudity and everything.
Yeah.
Just on Netflix, because that can make sketches like full frontal dickage.
Yeah.
Could make a sketch so much funnier.
If we wanted to be famous, legitimately, we could do something that's never been done, which is if we just pooled all of our skill assets and made a funny porno sketch group.
Yeah.
Dude, we'd be the first one ever,
Yeah.
and it'd be good. Because most people in porno don't have good comedy writing skills.
SNL XXX.
Most people.
XNL. XNL, like the XFL.
Yeah.
It'll be all football and gays.
Interesting.
I'm on board.
An interesting turn it took. But I'd like to go back to the Wendy's tale a little bit more if
Yeah.
we could.
All right.
Now,
I'll be honest, we only have 3 minutes left.
that can't be true.
It's not.
Okay.
Keep going.
Now this you ended up you got no bruises on your face. I'm seeing, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it seems like everything ended up okay. That's what.
Well, here the only problem was this.
Idiot.
The only problem.
I was getting somewhere.
It was fine. The only problem was this. I should have just shut up. I should have said, like, don't worry about what I do. You know? Like,
Oh,
been
yeah.
cool. Instead, I go out, no. I'm a comedian. This is just, I sold merch during the week. The guy goes, you're a comedian. I
Oh.
love comedy. And he goes, where can I look you up? I was like, well, I'm on Instagram.
Well, I'm right here.
He goes, well, I'm on Instagram. He goes, I don't have Instagram.
Of course.
and then he just
Can't
gives me
afford
a
it.
piece of paper
They've
and
had a
goes,
couple more
write down
things.
your name. Write down your name. So I'm like, oh, what the
Well,
fuck?
this is insane
And
now.
so clearly I should have wrote a fake name. I just write down my real name.
Yeah, yeah.
Write down my Instagram handle. Give
Going
it to this guy.
Going forward, if you ever want to do this, you can write my name and my phone number.
Okay.
100%. I'll call. We'll all call these people.
It's,
Yeah.
it's also
Don't
very
give a damn
funny
who
that
it
you
is.
were worried about getting robbed, and then you gave them your full name.
I know. That's what. That's what was
Oh
so
my
bad.
God.
I noticed. Like I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like,
Yeah.
why would I tell them
Yeah.
anything about anything?
Yeah.
But
Write
I
down
just
your
was
address.
like, I don't know. They seem all right. Like I think they really are just impressed that this stack of money looks big, and
Yeah.
it literally was. It was like
It was like an impressive looking.
it was like
stack.
$490. So it
Well,
was like,
yeah, man, that's
Dude,
a good chunk.
that's a good amount of money.
But you put that in ones and fives, it's a thick fucking stack.
Yeah.
So they were kind of like,
And what'd you get at Wendy's?
what?
What'd you get?
You know
you
what
went
I
crazy.
get, brother? I get a Baconator, a number 2 large size with a Diet Coke, and then I say, throw me a little JBC on the side, Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Put
You
that
got a
on the side.
Baconator?
I get a Baconator.
I didn't know people were really doing those.
You've never done a Baconator?
No, I did a
It's-
Baconator challenge the first year it came out. I ate 6, and then I could never eat a Baconator again.
It's the best. First of all,
Way
let's
to
come back to
get
that.
yourself
But
off
it's the best fast food burger on the market.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say that to anyone.
Maybe it's
but
time to
let me
retread
ask.
the words.
Yeah, let me ask you this: this Baconator challenge. Was this something you've created yourself, or was this a known thing to eat 6 Baconators?
No, so when the year the Baconator came out, it was like a big joke. Everyone was like,
Yes.
"This is hilarious! Too much bacon, people." This is now humans just live like this, which is crazy how we've evolved. But the Baconator challenge was on New Year's. Was a year it came out, and me and this guy, we would call him the old ghost of Tom McGreevy. We used to call him.
Yeah.
And me and Tom McGreevy went head to head on New Year's to see who could eat more Baconators. And I swear I ate. It's either 6 or 3. I think it was either incredibly not a lot. Like it might have been like 2, and we were like, "Oh, one more." Because the first one is like, "This is the best thing I ever
They
had."
fill you up. They fill you up.
Second thing was like, "This is still pretty good." The first bite of like the third was like, "I'm gonna vomit over everybody." So maybe how many do you think you can eat? And like legit.
Honestly, if I kind of fasted for a little bit, you don't want to fast too long because then your stomach shrinks up.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if I fasted for if I didn't eat all day, I think I could eat 4, possibly 5. If I ate 5, I'd feel fucking really sick.
So maybe it was around there.
Yeah,
Because
but-
I mean, it was like the
Yeah.
next bite was like, "I'm gonna throw up all over everybody."
Yeah. But
So that's what we
people
did.
people sleep on Wendy's. The thing about Wendy's is they do. Wendy's is one of the is tops. Like
It's the best.
The thing about Wendy's is this: their fries are make or break because Wendy's has these crazy fries that when you get them when they first make them, they're the best fast food fries. If they're sitting for longer than a minute, they are the worst fast food fries.
Yeah.
So you're playing some crazy
The
roulette.
devil's roulette.
I
Yeah.
love that about their fries, though. You know what I mean? I think it teaches you a larger lesson about life.
I'd like to
Yeah.
know what that is.
That you have to be in the moment. You know,
Yeah.
things are coming and going very fast.
Right.
So you can't just sit back on these fries and wait and be like, I'll get to them later.
Right.
It's like life happens now.
Yeah.
I think Wendy's really.
Life happens
I think
now.
That's the thing. Wendy's, but aside from being a fast food place, I think Wendy's also teaches lessons. Now, I'd like to say this about Wendy's, and Wendy's, I would say that Wendy's is looked at it like as a higher end fast food establishment.
I think it's one of the best.
I think it's one of the best.
I think people consider the big 3 to be McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's.
I think so.
I would honestly fight that Burger King
Burger
and
King.
McDonald's are out now. Burger King is definitely out. I
Burger
think
King
McDonald's
has
is
gone
out.
to shit. What
Yeah,
happened
but so
over
does
there?
McDonald's.
Burger King.
McDonald's is no good.
Well, the breakfast is pretty good.
Yeah, the
And
breakfast
then-
is keeping them alive.
Yeah. Now the nuggets. Speaking about what you were saying about people changing, like America changing? Do you
Yeah.
remember, like when we were kids, there'd be a commercial for like a 20-piece nugget, and it
Yeah.
would be like, maybe if you're having a party.
Yeah.
Or like
No, now they're
maybe
like-
if you're having the boys over. And now it's just like, if you're hungry.
Need
like
a snack on the side.
If you're a hungry grown adult,
Throw down
here's
20
nuggets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. I just eat a 20 on my own.
I slam a 20 on side
Yes.
of a fucking
Goddamn
quarter
right.
pounder, double quarter pounder with cheese meal.
I like to put them on toothpicks, walk around the McDonald's, and give people little aperitifs.
Like
Oh, treat it like it's a cocktail party.
Yeah,
At
a little
McDonald's.
something for you.
It's fun.
or like you're the lady in front
Make
of
the big
Panda Express.
That's like a.
Yeah, as people walk on the street, have you tried McDonald's, sir?
That's the kind of thing you'd find in like a Christian magazine as an alternative to fun outside of drugs.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
go
yeah.
to a McDonald's and put those little things on toothpicks and act like you're at a wedding.
Yeah.
And the manager comes out and he's like, "Sir, you don't work here." And you're like, "You want me to stop?" And he's like, "We're selling a lot of nuggets, so I guess keep at it."
You're
but
paying for
this
them, so-
seems illegal, but
What I want? Oh yeah. Oh sorry.
Yeah.
What I
I
want?
expect a better apology.
Okay. What I want?
I said a
I s-
better apology.
I said sorry.
Give
I'm
me
not
a
doing it
real.
again.
I want a better apology.
Nah, man, I learned from Kevin Hart. I fucking said it. I said it, man. I said it, man. I said it already. Okay.
Okay.
Now I think it might be fun. Now this was a scenario that happened.
Oh.
Nothing happened. Greg,
Anthony
nothing
knocked
happened,
over his
nothing happened.
coffee, but it was empty.
But
it
this
was
is a
okay.
scenario that happened in a Wendy's. You walked away scot-free, flashed 490 cash in front of them. Everyone went Google Gaga over it.
Yeah.
Now give me what happens. You do this in an Arby's.
You do that in an Arby's, they got a guy that locks the door immediately. They got a guy just in charge of door locking.
Yeah.
They take out from under the fucking thing a gun no one's ever seen before. Now this is some kind of Czechoslovakian made
Yeah.
submachine gun. Nobody knows how they got their
3D
hands on it.
printed it.
Yeah, a wooden gun, like, in the line of fire.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and they
Great
say,
pull, Greg.
they say, give us all your money and strip down naked, and they put a roast beef up your ass, and that's classic. That's how they get you not to tell anyone because you're shameful. You're shamed. They take all your money.
Oh, the day I'm ashamed of someone putting roast beef up my ass is the day they take me. They take my name away from me.
Man,
Greg
put it-
Stone was built on a roast beef ass, curly fry on the nose.
It's somehow making him more powerful.
Oh yeah, Dr. Cash comes over, he boops my penis. Boop.
yeah. Well, they're gonna squirt horsey sauce in your eyes, and that's gonna hurt.
I got a whole Reddit page for it. Anyway,
I thought it'd be fun to run down some more fast food places with different outcomes. I was going to give one of you next.
what? I want to say this.
Okay.
Hang on, because we have to get to something at one point. Now, I want to say this, and we're gonna get right back to what you're saying. I feel as though you people are shitting on Arby's.
I love Arby's.
No,
I
no,
think
no,
Arby's is
never.
like probably like the best.
Yes, I think Arby's is the best. Sometimes it's a little rough around the edges.
What do you
That's
mean it's
all.
rough around the edges?
You'll find Arby's to be more rough around the edges than you'll find like a
Do
Wendy.
you think there's savages working there? People with who want to beat you up?
Let me ask you guys a straight question.
What?
That's
what I'm asking.
Do you like a pussy?
No, but yes.
Do you like a pussy that's like a hamburger bun with no hamburger in it that just closed,
man.
or
Don't
do you
talk
like,
about this.
or do you like an Arby's sandwich with just the flaps all hanging loose out and?
I'm a man.
I don't care.
I'm a married man, and I like one pussy. That's my wife's pussy.
Okay.
It's the only pussy I like. And what it looks like is, you ever see the movie Pulp Fiction when they open the case and the gold light shines out?
Yeah.
That is my wife's pussy. I can't even see it. I'm blinded by beauty.
That's
I've never even
wonderful.
seen her pussy
That's
because I'm
wonderful.
blinded by its elegance. And it
That's-
says nice things like, cash me outside.
That's
Yeah.
nice. I like the roast
Julia-
beef ones. I like the roast beef
Those
ones
are good.
myself.
What Julia we've done. She went to a special surgeon.
Ooh.
And she has a beam of light that shoots out from under it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's just what I said. you
Like,
said it. What I said.
like,
beam of light pussy. That's my thing.
like,
You didn't just say that.
Yeah, I did.
You
I said a
did?
golden light.
Oh.
like,
You're stealing my material again.
No, I just zoned out.
If you watch Anthony's special, it's all me. It's all me.
yeah.
It's
no,
all
I
me.
know.
He talks about
done.
having a,
Oh,
but done with what?
Like-
Done in
Pizzazz?
such a stylistic.
Like one of those cars in Miami that have like the pink underlights.
Candy paint. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You know
yeah.
those. What are those called?
Pink underlights.
Fucking cool guys. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I heard a story from this comic years ago, like when all the comics were just making $7,000 a week.
Oh yeah.
And to a different comic in Houston, they just put those on his car without him knowing it, and so he was just driving around for weeks with those fucking neon underlights
that's a
without
great
knowing.
prank.
That's fun.
Yeah,
That's a good prank.
That was in the days when you could really do an expensive prank. You know, buy a guy a mansion under his wife's name.
right. Yeah, that's why I always thought it'd be fun. You get real hammered, and then you just get all your friends Mini Coopers.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
You used to do that with shrimp parm sandwiches when we would get drunk.
Yes. Yes,
we would
it
get
has.
drunk, and it'd be 3 a.m, and you'd get hearing a knock on the door, and he'd go, "Fellas,
Everybody got parms.
we got parms," and Anthony would walk in with 100 shrimp parms, and we would be vomiting because this guy loves the midnight seafood. And marinara. I didn't know seafood goes with marinara, but Anthony found it.
I hate
Distant
shrimp
cousins,
parm.
but they'll get
I
along.
hate shrimp parm.
Have you ever had one?
Yeah, I don't like. I'm not a big seafood guy, so
maybe we'll
that's
get us some.
But
For the Patreon.
I like a chicken parm. I like a chicken parm.
Dude, the chicken parm is the best.
Chicken
Yeah.
parm is the best.
I have to interrupt us with a. I have to interrupt us. I'm sorry. We are at 30 minutes and 99 seconds. I have to do Greg's apology.
Let me interrupt
Yeah.
just real quick. What is your understanding of how many seconds are in a minute?
How many seconds are a minute?
Yeah.
Well, I believe that anyone believes. I believe that if you believe in yourself, you can be whatever. And I
Okay.
believe this minute believes he's 99 seconds. And I say, God bless him.
Okay.
The
all right.
man before us looks like flesh and blood, but he is all coffee.
Oh, it happened. It happened. It happened. It happened. And
It's
I'm here.
happened again.
It happened again. We
Greg
lost it.
just stopped. He said, oh, I'm sorry, we have to do something. And then it was going to introduce Greg's apology segment.
Yeah.
He stopped himself to do another segment about himself.
Greg's apology segment, and this is only going to take but a minute. I need to say something. This is aimed straight at my main man, Dan Harumi.
Yeah.
I need to say this, Dan, and I need you to understand
well,
this.
tell
And I
him.
need you to be okay. Okay? We don't need you to be okay. I need you to be honest. No matter what you say, no matter how you feel, you're not going to lose your job. You're not going to lose your friendships. Have I offended you? Because this is a position of power. I apologize for calling you half a man. Did I do that on the air?
I'm not sure.
Now, are you hurt? Did I hurt your feelings? I'm sorry if I did.
No, you didn't hurt my feelings, Greg.
Okay, because like I said, I can't see your face ever, so I just want to say I'm sorry.
Nobody can see my face, Greg.
So okay, that's the end of Greg's apology
Let
corner.
me say a thing that I had to apologize for. I did a thing. You know, when you're on stage, you're just in the zone.
You're
Like,
in the zone.
And on one of these shows this week, Dan,
Oh,
why
hang
don't you
on, Dan.
ruffle that microphone up a little more? The people want it to sound like they're fucking got a wool sweater over their ears.
Now I got to apologize to him again.
Uh,
Now he's got to apologize to the fans.
the older waitress at Go Bananas, I don't know. She's not very old, but she's like middle age. You know.
What are we
She-
talking, 32?
No, older.
Older, ugh.
She's just the nicest lady. Super nice.
Yeah.
And you know how, like, when you got to stretch, usually in the back of the room, someone just gives you the stretch motion?
Yeah.
She came up directly in front of the stage and just waited there till I looked at her and said, "Can you go long?" And because it was packed and checks
Yeah.
were taking forever. And I didn't even mean it. It just, like, came out, like, without thinking. I just
Yeah.
go, "Baby, I'll go as long as you want."
Hell
and
fucking see.
and
Oh,
Hell
yeah,
see.
level
the
the
crowd
room.
laughed, but I
Yeah.
go, "Fuck! I just sexually harassed like the nicest lady for
That's
no
not sexual harassment.
kind of."
Yeah, it kind of is, but on stage, all rules apply. That's why you can smoke on any comedy club night wing.
Yeah.
Hell of a sentence. Hell of a sentence.
Hell of a man.
So I apologized to her after the show, and she's like, "Oh, I don't give a shit."
Yeah,
So
of course
it's
you didn't.
fine.
And she probably wanted to fuck you like all those people at Wendy's did.
What? Yeah, probably.
Now, one more
Well,
apology.
thank God they could look and go, that's who I want to fuck. Brendan Ayer.
Now I have another thing we need to get to because we got to do a little housekeeping here.
Now, this is like no business meeting you've ever been to. For those of you who are only listening to this audio-wise, Greg keeps saying he's got another thing he wants to get to and referring to a list in front of him. But as opposed to the normal style of working a list, Greg says, "I've got another thing we've got to get to," and then he looks at the list and then he writes down whatever that thing is. It's not on the list already.
No, I know, I just watched him do it, too.
He just,
Well,
It was so crazy.
business. This is business only here. Business only. Let's get to that.
and
We gotta get
then
to
he
business
circles
only.
them and checks them off. But they're just things he's thinking of in the moment.
Can I say this too?
Uh-huh.
While he's doing this, he's talking the whole time as well. So like whatever's happening out of his mouth is independent of what's going down there, and then it gets said also.
Yeah, well, I have to say I got to get to a few things.
Ah, it's a wild system.
We got to get to the snake pit segment.
Okay,
There it
good.
is.
He's circling that, checking Snake Pit off. That's nothing that he has ready or prepared yet. I can guarantee that.
I love the idea of a guy controlling a meeting. That just gets me going, you know?
Yeah.
Like, all right, guys, we got one more thing to get to.
Yeah,
See
it's
the pen? See the pen? And it is the bagel time.
Everyone grab a bagel. It's on the list. Susan, I don't care about Weight Watchers. Eat that bagel.
I got to tell you, I had a big question. Anthony, what was your, and they're going to go down the line. This is going to be a down the line type of thing. All right? This isn't going to be a free-for-all like usual.
Cool.
I've lost it. I've completely lost it.
No, I know what you're getting at. I know.
Yeah,
what
I
you're
know you. Yeah.
Okay, relax. Find your zone. Under the palm tree, under the palm tree, under the palm tree. The sand feels good. Whew. Great. What was your first job, Anthony? This is Greg's interview.
Cool.
This guy never had a real job.
No, I did. My first job, I worked at the Oakview. I was like a camp counselor at the Oakview school.
Yeah, I
And
remember
in the
Oakview.
summertime, they would have a.
Did you go to Oakview? You didn't go to Oakview. You went to
I-
Franklin.
I did not.
You went to Watsessing.
I went to Brookdale.
Brookdale. That's right.
So they had.
I went to Carteret.
Yeah, you did. Yes, blue and yellow. So in the summertime, the school would go from it wasn't going to be used during the summer, of course. So they would have little kids that would go there, and then it would turn into like a daycare kind of place.
Never heard a guy describe a camp as if no one's ever heard of a day camp at a school. And never heard a guy have to get into. Now, during the summer, the school is not in use. You can just say a day camp at a school. They have them everywhere.
Yeah. It's funny. Until you said that, I was like, this is a great idea. Why are not more people doing this? They should do one outside with tents.
Yeah.
You had me go.
I'm so sweaty.
You had me go first.
Well, Brendan could have went first.
Well,
I did call it as a down the line thing.
You said it was down the line.
And you
so
said strictly down the line.
this
And
is
you
a
said
major
Anthony
part of
first.
this is
Now we
the
can
order
not
of
go
this.
down the line if you want.
So anyway,
Uh-huh.
so my aunt was one.
Which one, a live one or a dead one?
There's only one live one left. Aunt Bev.
And this was Aunt Bev.
This was Aunt Bev.
Great.
And Aunt Bev, I forget now how this kind of happened, but somehow Aunt Bev was in charge of the daycare center for the summer.
How this happened? I don't think it was a fight to the top. I don't think she killed the king and was now Prince's camp counselor number uno.
Somehow. I think
Yeah.
she applied.
Probably applied.
Applied for the job,
She was also
yeah.
a teacher, so she probably had it in there.
Well, see, that's what I was thinking. That's actually what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Well, Uncle Paul, too.
Well, she had a strict dog fighting record. And when you have 100 pit bulls under your name, you became the head of camp counseling number uno.
When she was born and the dragons flocked to her crib, they knew one day she would be the head of the Oakwood Day Camp.
Yeah, it's funny.
Well, it's also, I mean, there is the teacher thing that you said.
Yeah.
And then there's also Uncle Paul was in charge of the town rec center, so he might also had it in there. Well, that's not the most important part of what you asked. I worked there.
Yeah.
At what age?
Huh. That'll be tricky.
Shouldn't be.
I think it was middle school, high school range,
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But I got the job because I knew Aunt Bev. So I had an in.
Nepotism.
Uh-huh.
I hate it. Ruined the society we live in.
But I remember getting in trouble because I think we were playing some kind of game that I called the Gauntlet.
Yep. Sounds like
This
trouble.
sounds like a real.
Yeah.
This sounds like a real childhood fight room
Yeah.
situation.
Kind
I've
of
seen
was.
this.
It was something like that.
Yeah.
It was one of the mothers came by one day
Uh-huh.
and said, "What's happening over there?" Like kids were just getting smashed in the face with balls, and I'm screaming at them, and I'm like, "You're king of the gauntlet. You're now like, you know what I mean? Whatever the workings of the game was, it was a violent and dangerous game. And then there was like wet toilet paper involved. I just can't remember why, but I know that it was a part of it.
Oh,
It was a
we would do
large
that
part of it.
in school. That was a big thing they would do. They'd
Yeah.
wet toilet paper and throw it at the walls.
Yeah, we do
And then
that.
the poor old janitor had to clean it up.
I had kids throwing them at each other. So
Yeah.
that was a big part of the gauntlet was hard, wet toilet paper that they were whipping at each other. So I do remember a mother coming by, and then I should have been fired, but Aunt Bev was the head, so I was okay.
You were able to let go and still get unemployment.
I don't think they had
They give a
unemployment.
kid unemployment. You're on unemployment along with the rest of the kids in
not
school.
sure.
You're all
I
unemployed.
could collect unemployment at that point, correct?
Yeah, I don't know
But
what you're doing.
that was the first job I ever had.
That was great. That was a great story.
Thanks.
Now, Brendan, do you have a great story?
Similarly, my first job was at a day camp. Now, you guys might not know this, but during the summer, schools are not used.
Get out of here.
So they're
Get out of here with that bullshit.
I thought we'd already. I thought I had fallen on that sword for everybody.
Yeah.
But apparently you have to cover it
No,
too.
so I my first job, I was like 12 or 13, and I was the maintenance boy at a day camp. Now
Maintenance boy.
Here is the craziest part. This is just humiliating, and I don't know how I got the job or how I was allowed to have the job. There were kids at the camp that were attendees of the camp that I knew from school that were my age. So there were just kids at the camp that'd be like, "Hey, are you coming to play dodgeball?" And be like, "No, I'm taking the garbage out. I work here." Yeah, and
That's really funny. You
most-
should do this as a bit on stage.
most of my job, the primary portion of my job was that the refrigerator didn't really work that great, and the kids, they all got milk with lunch. So I had, for every crate of milk, I had to try one out of every crate to see if it was spoiled or not, because the refrigerator was on you know how like the king has a taster
Yeah.
for poison?
Yeah.
I was that for these kids. I'd have to try I would just take sips out of 60 milks a day and be like, well, that's bad. Throw that crate out. Nope, this one's all right.
Like the parrot in the coal mine.
Yeah.
My God.
If he goes down,
Yeah.
you put a parrot in a coal mine. If he dies, get out of that coal mine.
Yeah.
Why? What's that story?
They
about?
put a
It's
poison
canary.
gas.
It's not a parrot,
Oh.
but
I get a parrot.
yeah,
I get a parrot because he'll tell
he
you to
can
your
tell
face.
you. Yeah.
He'll go, pal.
Yeah.
Get on out of here. I ain't doing so good. How you doing?
The,
Why did
the
they put-
canary in the coal mine story is that because oftentimes in a mine, noxious gases can build up, and because a bird is so
Obnoxious
small,
gases, I like to call them.
a bird is so small it'll die before a human. So if that bird dies, get the fuck out of there. Problem is, sometimes a bird dies for unrelated reasons, and you're losing a full day of work because that bird was just old. You know,
That's why I would fill it with 100 parrots,
yeah.
and I'd make them sing to me.
Wait, it down.
La 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 la.
That's why Greg would employ the kid in the coal mine.
Much smaller lungs.
Yeah, they got smaller lungs.
Yeah, baby in the
And
bassinet.
You know, you get a nice healthy boy and you rope him on down. You pull him back up, and if that thing's still breathing, my
Yeah.
God, get in there, boys.
If you have a baby in a bassinet, you should fart on its face so that it likes farts. Then when it gets older, it'll never be offended by farts.
All great ideas.
Yeah.
This will all be going in your audible.
So how'd that go, Anthony? Brendan?
The job?
Yeah, you got fired? You got hired? What
No,
do you get?
I worked my way up. I was a counselor. I worked there for a while. When I was a counselor, they loved me because we had this day. There was a day like the fair day or whatever where like all the groups could bring in like your kids would each bring in like $5 and you get like fun lunch. You know, like and all these groups were like excited they were gonna get like pizza or whatever.
Yeah.
And I knew my friend Jorge worked at BW3. Now it's just Buffalo Wild Wings, but it used to be called BW3, as you know.
Buffalo
No,
Wings 3?
nobody
I didn't know
knows,
what
man.
you're talking about.
You didn't know that?
No.
Buffalo Wild Wings was BW3.
Yeah, but
Wow.
it stood for Buffalo Wild Wings and Weck. Weck is a type of bread
right.
because it started in like Pittsburgh and
Weck?
they're big on Weck. Yeah,
Wet?
WECK.
Is it like a wet bread?
No, it's like a weird bread. I don't know why, but eventually they were like, nobody knows what Weck is. Turned to Buffalo Wild Wings. But my friend Jorge worked there.
Yeah.
And he was like, and the thing about wings is, if you're at a Buffalo Wild Wings, like in terms of their cost, the wings are so fucking cheap.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Jorge
yeah.
was just like, I called him. I was like, can you hook us up? And so my group, everyone else is like, we're getting 2 pizzas. And my group was like, we're getting 2,500 chicken wings. And we got 2,500 chicken wings. And it was
No joke?
no joke. And it was so many chicken wings. And
That's
it was,
more.
What?
That's too many.
Way too many. We were giving everyone took home 300 chicken wings. It was just crazy. Like we just wanted to fuck everyone else in the camp. Like fuck
great.
you. We're getting
We're the king
2,000.
of wings.
Yeah,
We're
we're
the wing
getting
kings.
2,500 chicken wings.
And I work here, so I'll fix a toilet.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think, they
No,
get
by
to
then
the,
I was a counselor.
Nice.
they get to the 2,000th wing, and they're like, we're out of wings, but we still got to get 500 more. And then they're like, I dress up the celery. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anthony, let me answer that. No, I don't think they did that. I don't think they breaded celery and sold it to me as a wing.
I would do
Although
that.
you could. I would put a mirror in the box so it looks like you have double.
That's what I
No one's
mean.
getting that
They
far
might
anyway.
Like, use all these
Illusions.
tricking tactics.
Yeah, and then you go, what are you talking about? You must have eaten them.
Not enough restaurants hire
paint 'em.
magicians.
Paint the bones.
Yeah. Paint the bones.
This wing
This
tastes
was-
like shit.
This is an old boot. Someone breaded a boot.
Now, Greg, what was your first job, if I could ask?
I was
Do we
away.
have time even?
Greg's so mad if you could see his face. Furious. He's making a noise now.
Yeah. Anyway, I'd like to get back into that without stealing the thunder of my first job. I had a few first jobs. I get to my first and second
You
job.
impossible. But go ahead.
All right, ahead, man.
I was a waiter. I was a waiter on a plane. You didn't know? I used to be a waiter on. It was like I was 13, and they did like a school to work program, and you could be like a air waiter. And I was a waiter on a plane. It was like a celebrity plane, and they had all these like. It was fun. I met so many celebrities. There was Hillary Clinton was there. It was run by this guy, Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, yeah. And you were a waiter on
I was-
Jeffrey Epstein's plane?
I was a waiter on Jeffrey Epstein's plane. That was a hell of a ride. We had my favorite pilot. He was a fun guy. He'd always make all these jokes I didn't understand. Like, we got some air traffic and all other kinds of traffic.
What were the other kinds of?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, man, it was me. I'd get in there. They made me wear a little outfit. I was like, this is a pretty sexy outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And me and my friend, the 1985 Bears. The 1985 Bears, the defensive line for the Bears. They'd always be on that plane. Those guys were good guys. Yeah, any questions?
Yeah, I do. I have
I guess.
several.
Not really. That seemed pretty cut and dry to me.
Yeah. Did you ever, as a air waiter?
Air waiter.
Were you ever asked to do any type of other duties or anything like that for Jeffrey Epstein?
Well, they'd call me an intern, and they always do this joke. They go, here, you get me? We're gonna give you this job, and in turn, you. And then my friend would help me out. My friend on there was me and Jar Jar Binks.
Okay.
I think you guys don't like this idea.
No,
Got
I
real
love
cold
it.
in this room.
I want
And I
it-
think it's you, Anthony. You cut this out.
If I can be honest,
Question.
if I can be honest, can I throw out some honesty here?
Yeah.
And listen, I'm always honest.
You're an honest guy. Honest
I'm
Dave.
always in for a good Anthony pile-on.
Yeah.
But I gotta say on this one, I think it's you.
Me?
Because you're setting up some pretty clear-cut scenarios for questions, and then you're just throwing in wild cards like Jar Jar Binks,
Yeah, Jar Jar Binks.
and the Chicago Bears,
man.
and we don't know
Already
what
was
the fuck
crazy
to ask.
enough. Why is Jar Jar Binks on this goddamn thing now? I just want to know how you got
He was
the
an
job.
intern with me before he was big in the movies.
All right.
That's how he got his start. That's why people owed him favors.
That's how he got Star
That's
Wars.
how he got into episode 1.
Keep him quiet.
Yeah,
How did
he
you-
helped me so many times.
Well,
Because people would be trying to grab me, and he would go, "Misa crazy," and he would hit the pilot, and the plane would go left, and then thank God these sexual deviants would. Well, they taught me everything I know in sexuality, though. I gotta give them that.
so there were a lot of sexual deviants, or was it just the Epstein?
Nah, the sexual deviancy was really the minimum on the plane. There's a lot of fun things that people don't like to talk about.
What were those?
Monopoly, head-to-head Monopoly games, and you'd go crazy.
1v1?
1v1, winner takes the town.
Oh, they were playing real Monopoly.
Yeah.
So it's an actual town.
That's how you got. That's how that town in India got big.
Oh my God!
You know that town in India?
Yeah, New Delhi?
Close.
I really didn't know if you were going to be able to say words after that town.
What's that one
I thought it was over.
in Fast and the Furious? So they drove a plane right through it. Dubai.
Oh, that's
Well, how
not
do you
in
think
India.
Dubai got big?
That's not in India.
It's all in India to me. I don't care.
Okay. That's how Dubai got big on
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein's plane. Someone won it. in
Someone
Monopoly.
won it, and they put all the money. Because before that, that shit was just that was barely a pleasure palace. Now it's everything you want it to be. It used to be just a shithole town with some guy named Dweeb.
This whole time I thought it was their wealth of oil resources, but no, it's a Jeffrey Epstein oil deal.
That's
Or
they didn't
Jeffrey
know.
Epstein monopoly deal.
Jeffrey Epstein.
How did you even come into this position?
What?
The job.
I filled
He
out an
said it was
application.
a work for school
Oh.
for work.
I was trying to get great 6th grade credit.
Were you the only child? How old were you?
It was just 96. It's just me, Jar Jar. The Chicago Bears were always on the
So
plane.
you were like 25?
1996?
No.
You got to do some better math on that.
You were like 14.
I don't know. I was probably 12.
Okay.
No, 1996. I think he was 16 almost.
No, 96?
17. 15.
No, 2000 is when I graduated high school.
Yeah. So you were born in 81, right?
Yeah.
So you're 15 in
15.
96.
Yeah, you're 15.
So 90, not 96, then 94.
Were you the only teenager on the ship?
No, it was a kid from Family Ties. He was there. You didn't remember that movie?
Michael J. Fox?
Yeah. That's why he shakes. Because he's been through so much. You didn't know that? That's like in his book.
Oh.
That's why my first TV credit was. People, they hate bringing me up to that on stage. He goes, ladies and gentlemen, your next comedian was in Michael J. Fox's book because he was on Jeffrey Epstein's plane.
I can see why they hate bringing you up. Like
Yeah, it's
that.
a lot to say.
It's a lot to say. It's
It's a lot to
also
say.
being in a book is an interesting TV credit.
Yeah.
Just being in a book.
Being in a book about being on a guy's plane.
Yeah, and I never got really like taken advantage of like a lot of the other.
So what were the fun? Because you were like,
Yeah, go
we'd
ahead.
have so much fun. What were the fun games?
bonfire night? That's always fun on the plane.
On the plane.
Bonfire
On the goddamn plane,
Yeah,
Craig.
yeah. The pilot live. Jimmy Live hated it, man.
Jimmy Live.
Jimmy Live
That
was
was the pilot.
Yeah,
Jimmy Live.
Yeah, Jimmy
I
Live,
mean,
man.
now obviously we got to know a little
You
bit
know,
more about Jimmy
he
Live.
had all the jokes, man. He would do those jokes, man. He would go, you know, we out, boys, and he would fly out. We out, you know, and then he would just take it to the sky, and then Jimmy Live, and then people go, hey, my eyes are closed, I gotta keep my eye on the road. That's what he would say, you know, because all these things were happening behind him, a lot of illegal gambling, and Jimmy Live was cool. The waitress was cool. That was Meredith.
Meredith. Okay.
Vera?
Yep.
Wait, Meredith Vieira was a
Yeah.
waitress.
An Italian woman. Anyway, we can move on.
Where are we at numbers wise?
We've lost a bunch lately. I think the break brought us down.
No, I mean time
Yeah,
on
we gotta-
how much time is remaining?
Like, what do you mean for the rest?
I see you not looking at the timer. Just
I
tell
wrote
me.
it down somewhere.
No, Greg, look at the timer.
22:03.
What?
22:03.
I gotta lean
We
over
got
the
9 left.
goddamn thing.
You
We
want
got
to do
9 left.
You want to do? I mean, I wrote down all these things, and you.
Well, we got a hot Anthony's corner. I've heard.
Nope, I'm not letting him do it because he shit on my Greg's first job bit.
No, I didn't. You
did.
I asked a series of questions about it, and I laughed all through it.
I didn't love it. I didn't love it. I didn't love it.
I loved it.
And Dan's mad at me too.
Dan's not mad at you.
Is he?
Now,
Ask him.
Greg, with your
Yes.
permission,
Yeah.
I'd like to introduce an Anthony's corner, if you're okay.
All right, let me write it down.
Okay, yeah,
Then
get that on the
we
list.
I'll do a quick Anthony's Corner so we could do a blown up Greg's recap.
Boop, boop, doo, doo,
Greg.
da-ra-pa-pa-dee,
you.
da-doo-doo. Welcome to
All right, today's Anthony's
Anthony's.
Corner.
Welcome to Anthony's.
You can do it with a light in your
Welcome
eye.
to Anthony's corner.
That's fine. I don't.
That's a great
Yeah,
song.
guys. Thank you so much for coming to Anthony's
Uh-huh.
Corner. We got a great one today. Catmandu. I'm gonna say a series of things that my cats have done, and then you guys got to tell me which cat it was.
I don't know any of the
God.
names. of
Red
your
cat,
cats.
orange cat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the name.
Cat that doesn't like to be fingered. Anthony, that's why Anthony.
I would argue that might be all of them. So if that's gonna be your guess,
All right.
all right. Well, one of the cats, he always could be a she. I don't know. They always put their paw up in a very sassy way. Now, is that Bandit? Is that Orange 1, Orange 2, or Mr. Scruffy?
Orange 2, I say.
Could be. Nobody knows. The orange ones are very difficult to figure out.
But it's one of the orange ones?
Yeah. You gotta throw some paint on one of
Yeah,
them.
it is. Yeah, I really do.
Yeah,
I
do
gotta
something.
tag. I gotta,
Shave
I
a
gotta
little piece
dart
of-
tag these guys.
Yeah, you gotta.
It's like a rhinoceros in a Jurassic Park.
You gotta.
Yeah, it's one of the oranges, but I don't know which one. So it's tough to get that answer right.
You know, and I hate to interrupt at Anthony's corner, but this irritated me.
What?
They had this giant great white shark swimming off the coast of Florida.
Yeah?
And the way they knew it was swimming is because they had a picture of when they caught it and tagged it and put it back in. And I'm like, you don't put those back in.
Great
know what I-
whites?
Yeah. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't enough.
Putting a loaded gun in the
Yeah,
in the
and I get it.
Vasier.
Their numbers are running kind of low, but I don't care. That's
Yeah.
one of the ones where if great whites go away, I'm fine. Like we
Yeah.
don't, you know what I mean? Like
We only need one great white
I'm
in this
on board.
country, and it's Gregory, the greatest white.
And we've got him right in the Oval Office.
DT 1000.
Okay, next one.
Uh-huh.
All right, now this cat, they can't eat in front of all the other cats. They're very shy, and I feel bad.
Yeah,
Now is that Bandit?
yeah.
Is that Lil White? Is that Mr. Scruffy? Or is that Orange number 3?
There's 3 oranges.
There are.
I honestly
There were
think there's
2
one
in the
orange.
last fucking
Yeah.
question.
Well,
And there
Orange
was-
3 wasn't in that
And
question.
little white wasn't around.
Well, he wasn't in that question. He wasn't on the board.
I'm gonna say little white.
No,
little-
that guy will eat in front of you. He doesn't care.
This is fascinating.
I wish
so
we-
which one was it? To enlighten us.
Do you want to guess?
Okay, Mr. Scruffy.
You're right.
Yeah.
It is Mr. Scruffy.
Wow, what
This
a
poor-
fucking
I'm
triumph.
gonna write down that I hate this segment.
Write that down for
poor
me.
guy.
Greg, can you
You
sign
gotta
my name
see
under
him.
that too?
Brendan Ayre
poor
signs
guy.
this segment.
Mr. Scruffy can't. Yeah, it's he can't do
Oh, yeah, you know.
it, man.
Okay, question 3. Go ahead. This is
Question number
fascinating
3. What's this
information
one?
Yeah,
about your
no,
cats.
I don't. I'll stand. I don't care. I'm like the
You've never cared.
the Asian guy who's in front of the tank in front of Tiananmen Square.
Yeah, he stands.
Yeah.
Why are you like that?
What? Because in the face of a driving force, which is the both of you trying to steamroll me, I'll stand up for what I believe in.
What do you believe?
You turned
Anthony's corner.
having,
That's what I believe in.
You turned having a cat segment into being a revolutionary
Catmandu. It's
hero.
not a cat segment. It has a name,
into
man.
being a hero of the revolution.
yes, yes.
I had a bit about how I was on Epstein's plane, and you kicked me in the
What
teeth.
did I do? What did I do? I asked question after question after question.
We're gonna go back
after
to the
question.
tape.
I
We're gonna go back
smiled
to
and
the tape.
I'd love for you to
You
do
did
it.
this. Look at me. Look at
No,
my face.
I did not.
Greg, let me give
Give
you
me one of these. Look,
God, this is
Look,
so
look.
great.
it's a frown.
No,
I'll
You
give
can't
this
you.
see
is so great
frown.
that the cameras roll throughout the whole podcast.
I'll give you the-
So now we really have visual evidence of
Look,
my enjoyment
he's showing a
during
picture
it.
of you frowning.
I gotta give you the.
No, that's a picture of me. And
There's
that's
no because
the
there's
two
four.
of you.
There's 4 tanks there.
2 tanks who work for the man.
Add an H to that because we're thanks. Thanks for making this podcast. Thanks for getting here on time, Brendan. Was Anthony on time today? Probably not.
close.
I was.
No.
Noon. I
Did you
was
bring
here
coffee?
At noon.
He wasn't here at noon.
I brought a coffee for myself. Doesn't that count?
I gotta.
Can I ask? And then, by the way, we're not done with Catmandu. There's one more question.
All right, let's do this other question.
well, I got-
Brendan.
I know you've
just-
got a thing to say.
we got to talk about the Wendy's thing. We never got to that.
we got you. That half the podcast is the Wendy's thing. I really got to shoot straight with you on
Shoot me.
this one,
Shoot
Greg.
me in the straight.
And you know I'm one of your biggest supporters, if not your biggest.
Not financially.
I think both me and Anthony were really trying very hard to float that Epstein bit, and
It wasn't a bit. It was a real story about my life. I was trying to be serious.
And I think you over coffeeed and you got greedy.
Yeah.
you started throwing
started
in
throwing-
Jar Jar
You
Binks.
threw the 85 Bears
Yeah.
on the plane for
Yeah.
some reason.
He said,
And Meredith Vieira was a waiter.
we used to call him
The
Eppy.
goddamn pilot was Johnny Live.
Johnny Live, and he would go, "Yep." We'd have call signs for Epstein. We'd go, "Yeppy, yeppy," and he would do his dance. He would do his dance, "Yeppy," and you didn't care for it. Johnny Live.
We were so invested.
Johnny Live
couldn't have
used
been
to
more-
wear hot pants. And he had a girl with him always. Who was this girl? She didn't even come to security. Fuck you.
I would argue we were more invested than you were.
Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, man, we know.
Misa put a knife with in the middle. Yeah, fuck you. You made that bad.
It was never bad.
I wrote it down.
It was good. Now,
Jimmy
Anthony,
Love.
final
God.
Catmandu. Hit us
I'm
with this
so worked up. I
Catmandu.
don't even know the third Catmandu question.
Well, I'm sure
I got
you
it. I
can
do.
make
I
one
wrote
up.
I know it.
Yeah.
Which one of these cats? Alpha, you can maybe. Can I do one?
Can you do one? Can you do one? You greedy son of a bitch!
Yeah, hell yeah, get
I
it all
get
to me.
My
Give me all
4
the
minutes to
podcast.
talk on this podcast.
You talked the whole podcast.
Oh, I talked the whole podcast.
Dan, how many top minutes do you have? I know I have got you on the minuter.
Yeah, what are we?
More
at?
than
What are
70%.
we logged in at?
33%. I think.
33.
30%.
Perfect.
That's pretty even.
Even.
That's nice
Even.
and fair. Okay.
God bless Dan Rumi, man. That
Thank
guy. He
God,
doesn't like
man.
us to fight. He does not like us to fight.
All right, Catman.
I'm sorry if I offended you. I'll do a Greg's apology again, and we'll do an extra 30 seconds. I'm sorry if I really offended you, but I thought we were having a good time.
I'm not sure what the last question for Catmandu was.
What about their favorite food? What do they like to eat?
They all eat the same thing. Oh, this was it. Okay. Now, which one of these cats? So they'll which one of these guys has the most difficult time going down from the fence, from the top of the fence to the bottom of the fence?
Great question.
Can I have a Greg real moment for a second?
Yeah.
This is true to God. Serious Donkey. Is this a thing you really noticed?
Yes,
Or is it a thing you wrote up?
Yes,
I think
it is.
these are all
What-
three
these
real
are all
things.
real questions.
Yeah,
Really?
they're real.
Yeah.
You look at the cat and you go, oh, he doesn't like it too much getting down from the fence.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Okay,
These are all.
what
if
are
you-
the options?
If you ever come over, you would find these things to all be very true.
You don't invite me.
What
I
are
don't
the
even have enough
options?
chairs.
That's the first part is not true. The second part is very true.
Yeah. All right. Technically, you don't invite me.
I invite you, but
When you-
I would invite you more, but there's nowhere to sit. And
There's
that's the
nowhere to
honest
sit.
truth.
And you just come here.
Guy's got a homemade fucking hot tub in his shower, and he doesn't have chairs.
It's a bachelor pad, bro.
Yeah, he doesn't let me come over to get heated water for my pleasure.
Look, man, we're a long-term relationship couple living in a bachelor pad.
What are the options on this third one? Because we got to wrap
so you
up
got
here.
you got Bandit again, you got
Yeah.
Orange 2, you got Little White, or you got Freaky.
Freaky's not a real one.
Freaky is.
No, I saw the way your lips shivered at the end of that one.
Freaky's
Freaky.
real.
Bandit. I say Bandit.
No, not Bandit. He's swift as a devil, man.
Okay.
This guy's so fast.
I'm gonna go with Freaky.
Freaky's right. Freaky is the possum. Freaky, he's so freaky.
He's a possum?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this, and there's no way I can get anyone to believe me.
This guy can't come, man.
No, there's no way any human is going to stand behind me on what I'm about to say. But I'm going to say that the moment you said has a hard time getting down from the fence, I went, it's a possum.
Yeah.
He's talking about the goddamn possum. I know it.
Possum does it. I've talked about it before, but this possum rolls with these cats, and he thinks he's a cat, and he's not. And he tries to do cat stuff, and Freaky can't do it.
That's
Yeah.
kind of funny where you're like, that's Freaky the cat. No, man, that's a possum. Yeah, Freaky.
It's freaky, all right.
Yeah.
That's a freaky cat.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because they have like cat bodies with like human faces.
yeah.
Possums, I love a possum. I think
Yeah,
they're so
I'm
cute.
into him now.
That's been the Rad Dudecast for today.
Plugs.
Thank you for listening.
Plugs. Dan's got a real plug.
Dan's got a
getting
real-
into
Oh,
plugs.
sorry. I
I'm
got
getting
scared. I
into
got scared. I'm
plugs.
sorry. I got scared.
If you want an extra episode every single fucking week, you can go to patreon.com/raddudecast. You donate $5 or more a month, very small amount of money, helps us live, and you get 4 extra episodes a month. It's a good deal.
Pretty cool.
I don't have any big
Pretty
shows
cool.
coming up. You can follow me at Airbud, EYREBUD, on Twitter and Instagram. If you don't already, I'd sure appreciate that.
Yeah.
Send me whatever you want, DM. We can talk. You send me nudes, whatever you feel like. Anthony, any plugs?
Yep. January 9th
Oh,
through
I
the
have plugs.
11th, I will be at the Comedy Works in Saratoga Springs in New York. And then January 15th through the 18th, I will be at the BC House of Comedy in New Westminster, British Columbia, for all my Vancouver fans.
Wow.
Finally, I'm coming. And then January 23rd to the 25th, I think I will be in Addison, Texas, with Michelle. Oof,
Oh, boy,
I
this
think
is-
so. But
Nice. Check that
Nothing's
out.
confirmed there yet.
Check those shows out. Greg, what do you got for us,
Wow.
big boy?
Wow. Hear that new noise I make? Wow. That's a new noise.
You have done this exact thing on the podcast at least 10 times.
No,
With
I've
that
never did
exact
that
noise.
Nope, I've never done that noise. This weekend, which will be the 10th and 11th of January, if you are in the Connecticut area, I'm opening for Louis Katz.
Yeah.
Louis Katz just said, "You want to come open?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I do." We're gonna have a party. We're just gonna have a great old time at the City Steam Comedy Club. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. 10th and 11th. Then I got another one I want to talk about. On the 22nd, my PlayStation View bill is coming. That's not for you. I got these other date. You want to? If someone has something to say, Susan cancer gig. I'm doing some cancer gig. On the 20th. You don't want to know about that. That's bad. We gotta get. Hey, Dan Harumi, do your thing while I can.
Yeah, Harumi,
Do
what do you
Harumi, while I
got?
gotta find these other dates I got. don't know
Okay,
where
I
they
recently partnered with this YouTube channel. They're hosting some of my new animated shorts. So there's a new, give me a new animated short every Tuesday. It's Hatched NYC. Go on there and leave a nice comment so they keep hiring me to do this stuff.
Yeah,
because
subscribe.
that would be amazing.
Yeah,
give
do
him a
that,
thumbs
guys.
up. Hatched NYC. Harumi's animations are hilarious. So check that out. Hatched NYC on YouTube. Give him a thumbs up, all that shit. But
All right.
only on Harumi's stuff. No one else's.
Yeah. Also, I got a Brouth gig, the 20th of March. So I'll be somewhere in Connecticut in March. You give me a message.
Nice.
Great.
Yeah, that's it. But Brendan, where are you going to be at?
Now, one more question about Epstein's plane.
Yeah.
Did he ever make you touch